Speaking of kibbles and bits and dog fighting and fighting, T.I. is facing a lot of heat after confronting a comedian on stage. He pretty much heckled her and was calling her the B word and all this stuff.
Okay. Side note: before we get on that, he was on out there digital other that roast session shit.
Yeah,
the nigga kind of funny when it comes to roast.
Yeah,
he's funny as fuck.
Yeah, he actually is a lot funnier than people think.
But when it goes to that stuff, look, man, you know people gonna talk. Come on, man, like now, come on, bro.
I'm happy. I gotta be on Tip's side.
No, I'm not.
I can't.
I listen to your boy Tony Baker on the Breakfast Club. Mm-hmm. He said the number one rule you don't do is heckle other comedians.
That's what I'm saying. You don't. That's what I'm saying. It's art form. Yeah, see, he considered to be. He wanted to be. You can't do that.
So he was like, that's how you know he new to the comedy game.
That's true.
You know,
a lot of people
other
talk
comedians.
But first of all, wasn't that a woman? That was a woman.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Damn, if it was goddamn
Buffalo.
For me personally, I don't know. I don't care what nobody says. That's low key some cornball shit to me. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, even if somebody, I hate when, maybe I'm just different. I don't like when people get offended by jokes. Like, they just bother me.
I don't either. No, you're right, bro.
Unless you just trying to straight up, you know what I'm saying, like, antagonize me personally, you know what I'm saying, then we going to have to see each other. And then even still, like, it would take a lot. Like, you got to come at my mama or something. It would take a lot for me to get up on stage and want to disrespect you. I'm not going to want to violate you in front of everybody. Like,
okay, before we...
I'm just saying, like, I get Eric. I get what Eric's saying.
I feel like people be.
You are right in what you're saying, you know what I mean? But we got to specifically point out what the people are getting offended by, like what Will's getting offended by, what Tip is getting offended by now. Like, if sexual assault, I don't know about anybody else, but personally, that's just one thing that, like, I don't even want that joked about on my name. Like,
well, don't come to the fucking show. Leave the show.
But I'm saying, if I'm fighting a case right now about that shit, and I got everybody trying to say,
the case is over.
Bro, it don't matter if the case is over. We see, like, even everybody that, hold on, Brian, my fault.
No, you good.
But everybody even people that's beat their sexual assault cases, people still attach that to their name. So, like, He thinking, like, I don't want nobody joking about that, bringing that up. Like, that's, I don't.
I get that. No, look, he has the right to feel that way, but you got to understand, in the world of comedy, bro, people make light of everything. Exactly. And as a star, bro, your shit is all over the place. So you got to know you're catching heat everywhere, bro. You can't get mad at that shit.
That's true too.
Number two reason is the fact that that's a female, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That too.
Even that's a little bit different, even though it ain't that much different.
But you look at it different.
Female, huh?
No, so you look at it different.
Not really. You know what I'm saying? It's really not the same, but it's just that little teaspoon of salt that makes it way that much different. You get what I'm saying? Like, it throws the balance that much. I'm like, you don't.
What do you do when the joke's not funny?
You just have to sit there and take it, be a man.
I mean, that's being like, so, but okay, I agree with you in the sense that as a comedian you should be able to, like, cover anything, but I also think that a lot of, like, they're using, like, this blanket excuse of, like, oh, you're a comedian, you can say whatever the fuck. There's a difference in saying whatever you want and then knowing what's appropriate at a certain time and what's not. Because it's like, okay,
but it's not the first time.
Okay, it's one thing if you make the joke and T.I. is going through something. Okay, say you're a comedian and one of your boys is going through a case at that point, and you know it's sensitive to him and he's in the crowd. You gonna purposefully go out of your way to?
But that's my boy, so no.
Okay, so there's one instance. The second instance is, say it is a serious situation. And then the person on stage makes a joke, but it's not funny. Nobody laughs.
Okay, yeah, that person should stop right there.
Okay, yeah, I had this conversation. Like, we all talked about how cancel culture is too sensitive. So now we're saying, like, now she can't joke or say anything about his case. Because, you know what I'm saying, we don't know how he feel. But she's a comedian. Like, now I feel like comedians are in this, like, bubble to where they got to, like, tone down their craft when
that's the joy
we trying to,
of it.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
the joy is to be able to say and talk about whatever you want to talk. Because, look, okay, perfect. Well, not a perfect example, but I went to a comedy show about maybe 2 years ago. And, like, when you in the front, Some of the comics they get on your ass, and they gonna lie. Some of them, that shit don't be funny, but because we're in that space, we're in that, you know, you go along with it because that's like, you know, when you step into a comedy, when you in a comedy show.
But what are they joking? Are they talking about your appearance and your look?
I got a better one. I got a better one.
I don't care.
I got a better one. I went to a comedy show with Corey Holcomb.
Oh, you know,
Corey Holcomb is no filter.
Notorious.
He was in there talking about abortions and all type of shit. But motherfuckers got up and walked out.
But my point was,
but it still was funny.
If you can say whatever is comedy, then what's the threshold? When does it go from comedy to just being disrespectful?
To me, that's what I'm saying. Because it's not a line. Because it's so. I feel like you should be able to find comedy in anything.
That comedy is not for you.
Exactly. But then that same thing, I could get up and say anything, and it could be disrespectful.
Now you saying,
but
because
fuck, you didn't laugh, I could say, oh, but I'm joking.
You know what it is? You know what it is? It's the aspect of how you coming about shit. Because if you just coming at somebody talking about some, bro, you in a case, you a bad father, you domestically violent bastard. Like
Zach, he's right. There's somebody
in a comedy show, bro.
Oh, a genocide is cool.
Yeah,
okay, dude. Now come on,
nigga. We in a comedy club. Everybody's laughing.
That's
like
different.
There's no reason for you. Like, okay, Chris Rock, for example. Everybody in that fucking crowd was laughing. There's no reason Will should have got on that stage and slapped that nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck what it was for.
Well, he didn't slap Chris Rock. He was literally slapping us.
The world.
But still.
But he did. Chris Rock was
it's a joke.
Next
and I understand his frustration.
And
that's fine, but then you go and tell that person after the fact.
But it wasn't. But you missing the whole. She didn't just come out and say it. It was a response to what T.I. was, saying to her.
Yeah, because she was heckling him the whole show.
Okay, so basically the premise of if it's okay to say or not is if people laugh.
No, I'm saying
no.
If
I'm talking about that.
I feel like as a professional comedian, there's so many things you could joke about and so many clever ways you could come at things. Like, because I be listening to Laugh Factory on YouTube, and like they be joking about all types of shit like all the time. That's like. Even shit that's like borderline offensive, they still make it a generality.
You know who does it the best?
Funny, you know what I mean? Somebody is gonna find it funny, bro.
I got.
And it's just like, to me, it's like you do have some moments. I'm sure in comedy where the crowd is not gonna react how you think them to react. But at the same time, just in my mind, my opinion, I love the way comedy when it's just like pretty much unfiltered.
Thank
where
you,
like
bro.
you can say anything about and joke about anything. You know what I mean? And it's
jokes,
just like I feel like
shit.
even back in the day, like Joe said, perfect example. Like you said, anywhere in the front row or close to the stage, they cooking your ass. You know what I'm saying? They cooking everybody, and I've personally even been in that situation.
Yeah, it's
but
funny.
you know what I'm saying? Thank God I was with a little baddie. You know what I'm saying? So he couldn't cook us for too long.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm saying something you currently go through that's a sensitive subject.
Yeah,
like,
but you can catch somebody on a bad day. I'm still a comedian, bro.
Another example, because y'all should go look at Tony Baker on Breakfast Club.
Oh yeah, I watched it.
He said that
you don't.
He went and did a stand up after his son passed, and he was joking about. He was
you,
like, because he got his son cremated. He was like, how do I know this is my son? Like, pretty much, making a joke about it. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, he was like, he found laughter in any situation.
I've heard female.
He's also talking about his own experience. He's not.
Bro. Yeah, but I'm saying I've heard female comedians joke about abortions and shit. Like, I've heard all that shit. Like, there's nothing. It's just nothing that can surprise me anymore. Like,
I feel like if he felt away, he didn't have to heckle through our show.
That's what I'm saying. Niggas need to learn.
That's already like in the comedy world.
People need to learn to just, if you hear something you don't like, bro, get the fuck up and get the fuck out.
Yeah, just say, hey.
That's all you need to do. Ruining somebody's day or whatever just because you don't like what they doing that's just ridiculous.
That's their craft.
And then you ruining everybody's night in reality.
Like if P Nation is on stage, I was like, this shit sucks. Lennon, you fucking trash. Wes, you take the fucking glasses off. Like, y'all get fucking annoyed, bro. Like, come on, like, that's not right. I say after the show, I didn't like it. Hey, I ain't like that one song. That's fine, bro. But like, don't do that while somebody's doing it off for them. No. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
My point was like, is there? Because I agree. I love comedy at in its rawest form, but it's like, is there like a threshold? Like, is there a point where it's like, okay,
I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty sure
this is comedy and this is not.
It probably is, but in my mind, no. I'm pretty sure in reality it is, but in my world, not to me.
I would love to ask a real
joke
comedian
about anything. You know what I mean? Like anything you can find light in, because I know I do. I'm childish as fuck.
Definitely.
I laugh at everything,
find a
bro.
joke. You know what I'm saying? It's something. And it's just
just put disclaimers. Put disclaimers when you first get on stage. It's about to go down.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Look, I'm a little edgy.
Come out like Bernie
I'm telling
Mac
you who
did.
do it. I don't know if y'all remember
you motherfuckers.
Corey Holcomb, boy.
He don't give a fuck.
Daniel Tosh. You remember Daniel Tosh? I don't know if y'all remember him.
Oh yeah,
Tosh
2.0.
Bro, he is one of the edgiest. Him and like doing that.
Andrew Schultz.
Him and Ari Shaffir. Like them dudes are so edgy. Like the nigga talking about the Kobe death.
Yeah.
That's touchy. We out, but. He made it somehow made it funny. I don't know how he did it.
Yeah, you got to be cold to make shit like that funny.
But I'm saying, comedy is meant to be what it is. Like you can't filter, you can't censor comedy.
You can't go in there with
it's one art form. You can't censor. You can't. Otherwise, you really shouldn't censor hip hop. Like those type of art forms should not be censored. I feel like they're there to be what they are.